much outside my tent right now. Good morning. Everyone has left camp. It's about 10 minutes after 8 and I am lingering. There's one other guy in a tent in the back that is still sleeping, but I have decided this morning I'm going to try meditating. It's been years since I've tried because my mind is always so busy and I just can't shut it off. So I thought today, with all that anxiety, about the miles and about life in general, what better atmosphere, what better place to try. I mean, look at that. Do you see the clouds with the mountains poking through like little islands? And it's silent. All I hear are the birds. What better time and place to try again? So I've just pulled up some meditation music on my phone that I have saved, and I'm just going to play it for 5 minutes, maybe longer if I feel like it, because I can. And I'm just going to get centered and then hit the trail. Lolly and Pop are about a half hour ahead, and Peabody's about an hour ahead, so I'll be alone for a bit, and then I'll catch up with them. And I'm just feeling peaceful this morning, and it's a good feeling, so I'm going to expound on that and try meditation. So I'll let you know how it goes when I come back. Om. Standing on a rock about 15 minutes later. I wish I knew this rock was here. I would have sat on this and just stared out into this sky. Those mountains just peeking through the clouds over there. How beautiful, huh? I can't think of a better way to start my day. Well, except having my kids with me. Today is just about breathing and enjoying being out here. I'm not going to stress about my miles. There's something like starting the day with your head in the clouds. That'll humble you and remind you to appreciate life. Life as it is, not as you want it to be, huh? Okay, I've got work to do. When two roads diverge in the woods, I take the one less traveled. Sarah Jane and I have met up again.
Again? Like a lot.
When's the last time? Oh, when
I just saw you in front of Dairy Queen yesterday.
Oh yeah. And the first time we met was at Klingman's. In the Smokies when.
Deep in the Smokies.
What was that shelter? Whatever, the one that you had to walk 10 miles to get to. Yeah. But then, you filmed me hanging my bear bag, and then they'll never see it because that's part of the footage that was lost.
You lost
it? From Molly's Ridge Shelter to Klingman's or after Klingman's.
It was so good.
I swear I was there.
Looked good. She was really good, on point and everything.
Anyway, I'm so happy that I keep seeing you. You're
the
best. You're the best. Second to me, you know?
Yeah. Good luck out there.
All right, we got to hike.
Stay safe.
It was really nice to run into Sarah Jane again. It's funny how you keep meeting up with people even though people hike different miles each day. But it's pretty cool. She always puts a smile on my face. So I just filled up with water as the next water is not for 11.5 miles. So my pack is extra heavy. It's also just the second day back after resupply. So I've got 3.5 days of food with me and a bunch of water. So it's heavy. But I'm in a really good mood today. My son was actually awake this morning. I shot him a text and he replied, and that always makes my day. So we chatted a little bit. So that set my mood too. And hopefully I can chat with my daughter tonight. That would be nice. Both of them work weird jobs, restaurant, coffee shops. So their hours are scattered, so it's hard to catch them. But when I do, it pleases my heart. And that's a good start to the day. I'm not sure, I mentioned this already this morning, but last night, I think it was a bear that was outside of my tent for about a half an hour. At first I thought it was a person, because it was like footsteps, like cracking the branches and in the brush. But then I realized there was no headlamps. It was pitch black out, and somebody walking would at least have their headlamp. And then my mind said, oh, it's probably a deer. But it was too loud to be a deer. There are deer all over my house, and they're pretty quiet. And I thought, maybe it's like a wild hog. Because you know what I was thinking was a bear, but I pushed that aside. Maybe it was one of those wild hogs. And I thought, those can be pretty aggressive. And I would probably hear snorting, right? I don't know. So then, of course, I accepted the fact that it probably was a bear. Because there was heavy steps. And stepping on the branches and through the brush and the thickets and stuff like that, and rustling around underneath where the bear bags were hung, which were not touched. That was fine this morning, but it was in that area, and then left that area and started in the brush where there's some blackberry bushes that are not bloomed yet, but and just probably within 5 or 10 feet of my tent for about, 10-15 minutes. And I wanted to open my tent with my headlamp on and just peek, but I was afraid of what I would see, so I didn't. I just started making noise in my tent, rolling over and coughing and stuff like that. But whatever it was stuck around for a total of about a half hour, and then it was quiet. Then I actually slept pretty well. But yeah, it was probably a bear. Yikes. So it's a good thing I didn't have any food in my tent with me, because he would have smelled it and wanted it and would have got me in the process. And I wouldn't be in such a good mood today, would I? Right now, I am looking for the next opportunity to sit and have a snack and rest my feet for 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm looking for a rock or a log that's up off the ground a little bit so I can be comfortable. Ah, ha, ha. Look at, ask and you shall receive. Look at that log. That looks like it might be a good place to stop for a snack. What do you all think? Yes. I've just stepped out from what I believe to be raspberry brambles. I think they're just starting to bloom. Or blackberry, excuse me. And there's a beautiful view here to my left and in front of me. Lovely, eh? It's starting to sprinkle. I wouldn't call it rain. It's perfect, just enough to cool me off, but I don't think it's going to stay as a sprinkle. Sky's looking ominous. That's pretty for now. definitely raining now, so I just ducked under this awesome tree for some shelter and see how quickly it might pass. The sky doesn't look completely gray, so I'll wait a few minutes and see what happens. Well, I got dumped on and then the sun came out, and then I got dumped on and then the sun came out, and then I got rained on again and then the sun came out. It's a confused day, but it actually feels good. Gets me wet, cools me off a bit. I think I'm about 5 miles to the shelter. Oh, yeah. It's a good day for a nap. I'm right on this rock. I'm actually just leaning on it because it's about waist high. So I have my pack just leaning on it just to take the weight off my shoulders for about 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. You're as bad as I am. Pine what? Pines, oh that's right, Pine Swamp Shelter. Hello! The bag sprung a leak, and so I've got macaroni and cheese that was dripping down on my vestibule, so I will clean that up really well before I go to sleep. And I sit right on the edge so that I'm actually eating outside, and I don't have the rain fly on yet. So any food smells, because I won't be going to bed for a few hours. So hopefully there won't be any food smells left. But yeah, so I had to stick it in a bag to keep it from leaking. There's Lolly and Pop. And Peabody's over there. Well, it is raining. I think you can probably hear it. It was a long day. It was hot and it showered a little bit on and off, but that cooled us off. I finally caught up with Lolly and Pup, and Peabody was here at the campsite already like an hour and a half ahead of us. So he was Speedy Gonzalez today. But it's raining. I'm in my tent. I'm editing a video, but I think I'm gonna fall asleep before I'm done. So forgive me. The next time I'm in a town with strong Wi-Fi, I'll get them uploaded for you. For now, I think it's time for try to sleep. Good night. Oh my God, the thunder and lightning is right over us. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Oh my God, the whole sky lit up. I'm gonna go crawl in Lolly and Pup's tent.